Hey YouTube, Shift Time Bait and Tackle, aka Old Man in a Kayak, and I want to bring you a little tip. And I recently started tournament bass fishing out of a kayak this year, and one of the requirements that we have, because we practice CPR, which is catch, photo, and release, is you have to have a catch board. And I believe there's another board that's fixing. A lot of leagues are starting to make legal, but the most popular one is the Ketch board, and they have the blue one and the aluminum, and then they have the yellow one like this one here, which is in the polycarbonate, right? Now, the biggest complaint that I hear about these boards, I mean, I like the yellow one because the markings are really clear, and I've never had any discrepancies submitting a fish because the tournament directors are able to clearly see the measurements, and it is marked. I think it's a little clearer than the aluminum blue ones, and these are really quite durable. It's a polycarbonate. But anyway, the main thing that I see, the main complaint that I see is they don't float. You drop one of these, it's in the drink, it's gone. And these things, they're not cheap. They're $40 or so. And this is just the 26-inch one. So, but I'm gonna show you what I did. This is a little tip to help you save a little money. So what I did is I heard about that, and at first I had a tether, and they have some holes here, and I had a tether, a coiled tether, spring tether to my boat, so in case I dropped it, it was there, but the tether got in the way, and it was stowage problems. Anyway, that didn't work well at all. So I got to thinking, I said, well, you know what, how about if I make it float? So what I did was I attached, this is the closed cell foam. If you'll see this here, this is the type of foam when you buy a new TV, an appliance, a lot of other things like this, it's packed in with this foam, and it's really durable stuff here. And so what I did was I took pieces of this and I glued it onto the back, and I used an adhesive, a waterproof adhesive. I didn't use super glue, but I used a waterproof adhesive for plastic and foam. Don't use wood glue. Super glue would probably work. But anyway, what I did, and I cut, you can see here, I cut 2 pieces. So that way my tournament card still fits here and still works, right? But if I drop this in the drink, it floats. And this, it's a good tip if y'all kayak fish and you know how it is. You go to stow one, it's easy. To drop it off the side, or you bump it. I mean, you know, kayaks are crowded, and there's not a lot of room, and we have a lot of gear. A lot of us that, especially those of us that tournament bass fish, we have a lot of gear stacked in our kayaks, and so room and it's at a premium. Now, depending on what style you're using, if you're using a holder, of whether this will fit or not on your slide racks, and I believe it will work on most. Mine, I just stow right behind my seat, between my seat and my Yak Attack crate, but so I can just reach and grab it, and I'm not worried about dropping because it floats. So I try to make everything in my boat float, or it's tethered. Like my net, it floats, which is a good thing because I've dropped that a couple of times. My paddle floats, and I'm really thankful for that because I've dropped that more times than I can think about. And I don't even use the paddle that much. So anyway, use some of this closed cell foam. You can get it. It's not going to cost you anything. You get it for free. Next time you have a purchase, got some of that foam, there you go. And not only that, when you're doing your fish, it gives you a nice stable platform. If you've got this sitting on your lap, say you've got it sitting on your knees, it gives it a little more stability. Personally, mine, I put it down on the floor because I lost a 20-inch bass at a tournament where I had it on my lap. I put the bass down. The bass saw the water and went boop, and got me. I lost a 20-incher that day. Anyway, that's a whole other story of my learning process. But anyway, hey, I hope this helps you get some of this closed cell foam. Just glue it on the back. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much room. It helps, and it floats. So, alrighty. And be sure to test it before you hit the water. Make sure it floats. Throw it in a bathtub. Make sure you have enough flotation for your board. Okay. Hey, everybody, y'all have a great day. Everybody stay safe out there. Remember to always wear your PFD. Go out there and have some fun, but stay safe out there so you can come home and go back and do it again. Alrighty? And remember, when you're out there on the water, pick up your trash, pick up other people's trash, and then yak all that trash out. Have a great day.